Hello Internet, welcome to another episode of Recap Corner, and welcome to the first episode of Naruto, the last animated series, even though it's still branded Naruto Shippuden. So, of course, we are on episode 484, and what is going on in this episode? Well, they finally bring back Kekegenkais, and I'm actually happy for that, because it's actually really nice to talk about specific abilities which don't revolve around the tail beast or the fucking Sharingan or the Byakugan. They've talked enough about those. However, the interesting thing about this episode in particular is that they actually give Sasuke another crazy ass ability, which originally I thought that they kind of forgot about, especially since it was something that happened, it's very similar to something that happened early on, I think around the first or second episodes in Shippuden, when basically he could use his Sharingan to jump into the minds of other people. And apparently he can do that here, where that he can use, not only immobilize other people who do have, Kekegenkais, he also has the ability to jump into other people's minds and shit. However, I am getting a little bit too ahead of myself, which is what is the story of this episode, or what's leading into this brand new supposed arc of the series. Well, apparently some people in cloaks, most likely from this Thunder Wolf gang, I really don't feel like looking up their name. They were basically the Robin Hoods of the ninja clan, where they would basically go rob people and give the riches to the poor. But basically, when they had a problem, the village turned them away and said, "Well, no, we can't have that, because stubborn old men and shit, And because of that, they lost a few of their members. Cut around to now. Now they have a grudge, and they have a person who has a Kekegenkai who basically can. It seems to work very similarly to the Sharingan, in which that it seems like it locks you in a genjutsu, which it doesn't seem like it. It seems like that it switches their chakra network with something like an active bomb. So basically, if they damage themselves, then they turn into a bomb and blow themselves the fuck up. Pretty interesting. But still, it's more or less one of those things of these motherfuckers really hated somebody. So these villains, they do seem really fucking interesting, or at the very least, it's something that's sort of a crazy takeaway from the usual thing of us fighting, Kagura's family and shit. I'm just happy that it's somebody other than them, because again, we've kind of been dealing with them for a little bit too long. I do kind of like the whole lead-in though, especially since that they were talking about older ninjas and shit, of saying okay, you were this ninja and shit, and they're like, nah, I'm not a ninja anymore, or I'm just an old merchant. Then they get these older people who basically have been respected, or basically the veterans of the Leaf Village, and people who are close to others, and then they hit their ass with this ability and then force them to attack their own people and shit. They kind of only realized that some of the motherfuckers were bombs, because they were trying to immobilize them. But then again, the question still remains: because it doesn't seem as though that if the attack breaks the skin, you can still immobilize them. But if the attack does break the skin, then they turn into a bomb. So that's kind of how this is coming off. I do like it though, but until then, that is what I gotta say about that. Please tell me what you think about this down there in the comment section. I'll catch you on the next Jongravesshow. Please keep watching anime, keep playing video games. And do you think that they should rebrand this not as Naruto Shippuden, but as Naruto the animated series, or just Naruto the Last, episode 1? You tell me. I'm out. Yo, Internet, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of the Jongravesshow, or in this case, Recap Corner. I really love Keicho, as I say every week, and this week they seriously went mega power mode, okay? Because just about everything in this episode is like a super well, of course, we have our East versus West competition, but I'm about to talk about basically the meat of this episode, okay? And that is and that is the battle between Nanase and, of course, her battle against Miata. And as far as